Good morning from Tanzania. I'm currently at a camp called Kasiba Camp. My tent's over there and I've just woken up. This place is called Masoko, which is not far from Mbeya. I'm in the middle of driving south from Mbeya down to the Malawi border. My visa was approved yesterday, so I'll be crossing the border today. But I thought I would just show you guys some footage of this incredible lake that I'm on, and I'll get the drone out. But there's a few things I just wanted to say about the trip so far, because I don't have a diary, so I guess this is the best I've got. First off, a lot of people were telling me that when I started doing this, going on the motorbike, a lot of people were telling me to be careful on the motorbike, that the motorbikes were dangerous, which they are, but yeah, I mean, the number of people that I've seen in overloaded buses, and the buses are going crazy, driving super fast. I think it's better to have your destiny in your own hands. Sometimes it's a bit scary because when buses overtake another bus, they drive directly at you as a boda driver, or a motorbike driver, so they expect you to move out the way and you have to drive into the hard shoulder, so there's no chilling. But you know, I've actually seen two trucks, like big cargo trucks, that have been toppled over on my way here, going around corners, so that was a bit crazy. Some people all crowded around the trucks, and I've heard stories about buses kind of going off hills, going off to cliff tops and stuff, and I'm not surprised given the way that they're driving. So yeah, I think it's better for me to be driving, but I did actually crash a couple of times on my way here. I don't mind driving on the main roads, but I've just recently learned how to ride the motorbike and I actually cut myself, so it's a bit of a bad one. That's actually a burn from the motor, because I didn't crash too badly because I wasn't going very fast, but because I was on really dusty roads, I fell over. The motorbike fell over like twice and I had to try and pick it up. I had to wait for somebody to come and help me pick it up. So this is where I camped last night. This is the campsite. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. The other thing I wanted to talk about was like what it's like being a white guy in Africa, or traveling around East Africa. I've definitely noticed since I got on the motorbike, I've been driving a lot, like 95% of people that I pass that like live in the villages here stare at me when I'm going by, so it feels a bit weird having everyone look at you when you go past for miles and miles and miles and miles. So that's one thing that's kind of strange and you need to get used to. The other thing is I've been stopped by police like 3 times, and 2 of those times I got asked for a bribe. So one of them said, have you got your driving license and your insurance? And I said yes, and then they were like, okay fine, didn't even check them, and then just said something for us. So I didn't end up giving him one, and then the other one, fair enough, I just nipped out to get a coffee and I didn't actually have my helmet on, so he stopped me and then asked me for a bribe, but then because I wouldn't give him one, I wanted a receipt, so he gave me a proper fine. And yeah, just is what it is. But I saw like hundreds of people going past without helmets on, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just my unlucky day, who knows. So yeah, I'm gonna pack up my tent and show you guys some drone footage, and then we'll get on our way to the Malawi border. Oh, but before that, one thing I wanted to show you guys was this amazing place that I went to on my way between Morogoro and Mbeya. It was a beautiful waterfall, and I got a chance to go swimming in a whirlpool. So let's check that one out, and then I'll show you guys the drone footage of this place, and then we'll drive down to the Malawi border. All right. All right, guys, we're at Kipengari Mpanga Game Reserve. I got that right? This is my guide, Ali. We're going to be going on a tour on the Boda Boda to see 3 waterfalls. We made it to the waterfall, so Kimani Waterfall. And there's 3 waterfalls. We're just going to see 2 of them today, because one of them's like 30 kilometers from the entrance, and the other one is, the other 2 are 13 kilometers. Is that right, Ali?
Yes,
So-
yes, 30 kilometers.
So we're not going to go the full 30 kilometers. We're just going to do 13 kilometers and see the 2 that we can see here. But we've arrived at the most famous one. It's called Kimani. It's how many meters from top to bottom?
From top to Nyogenge, waterfalls 19.
Oh, so the second waterfall is at the top of this one.
From to the top to
Yeah.
Nyogenge, there is 900 to reach there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, it costs, how much does it cost to get in here? $40 to get in, and then I needed to pay for the parking and Ali to help me find this place because the roads aren't that clear. So it probably cost in total 105, was it 100? 120,000 shillings. But it's worth the view. Right, I'm gonna fire up the drone. Swimming is out the top.
Yeah,
Tawa.
another fall.
So we're up close and personal. Nice. You want to, shall we walk up? We see the other falls. Let's go. There's this walking path all the way along here. You can walk all the way up. And this fall, Kimani Falls, is at the bottom, and then there's the second one further up at the top. So me and Ali are going to race up and get so close to them. Not sure what's going on here. Asante sana.
If you are professional in swimming, you can swim from there.
Okay. Well, you can swim from there all the way to here. Okay, I'll try. Beautiful. Love it. Alright guys, that's me pretty much packed up. Got my tent away. Oh. I'm going to show you guys this place from above. It cost me 25,000 to camp here last night, put up my own tent. I was a bit worried when I first arrived because they didn't have, let me go this way. Because they didn't have any internet on. I was thinking, how am I going to charge everything to make videos today? Look at this. Incredible. But I managed to, but they managed to get the internet working, so I've got fully charged up drone. So let me show you guys where I am. Okay. They also don't have any showers in here, so I'm a bit smelly. I used that water in the lake to brush my teeth. So, and I was going to go swimming in the lake, but I'm not sure about it because of that cut that I showed you. Okay. The wings are a little bit bruised from the tuk-tuk race video that I made before this, but it's still flying. Take off.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Wow. So that's where I am, down there. That's the camp.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
Literally nothing around whatsoever. Wow. Oh, there's a few buildings over there. Beautiful. Alright, so that's where I am. Let's bring her home. Alright, cool. Okay, I've attached my GoPro to the top of my helmet, and then I've got my drone over here. It's still turned on. Then we're going to turn this bad boy on. I'm going to try and get the drone to follow me with my motorbike. Take off. Okay. He's going up. Let's bring him down a little bit. Turn around. Back. Okay. So now he's going to follow the motorbike. I'm going to turn on my GoPro, put the helmet on, and now I'm switched to the GoPro. Right, I've got him set up. Now I just need to put my keys in. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me on the microphone on the GoPro. Oh, I need to set up active track. Okay. So, turn that on, control, subject scanning, off, and then I click there, active track, trace. Okay, should be tracing me now. See him coming behind me. Oh yeah. Next thing I need to do is learn how to do this on a road.
In your mind, they're everywhere, and it's hard for me to bear, 'cause I get so lost, feel just like a boomerang.
That's me all packed up, ready to go. I'll show you guys some of the nice footage from the drive down to Malawi if I see anything. I've got my my GoPro on my helmet, so I'll film some, but I had a beautiful stay here. It's been incredible. Let's continue the journey. There's like it's like tea farms here. All of this stuff is tea, and they also grow a lot of bananas. Beautiful, beautiful day, sun shining, and enjoying my ride back. I know where to avoid getting stuck in the sand and falling over and hurting my leg again. So, but this road is very tight, and these cars go past you pretty fast. This part isn't that tight, but there are other parts that I've driven past that are tight roads, and then they've got these big divots down into the sides, and it's very easy to sort of slide into them if somebody's overtaking you. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my ride. I've not got long until I get back to the main road. Good morning. I just arrived in Malawi. I crossed the border yesterday. And where's the key? Yeah, so crossed the border yesterday. And I'm about to tell you guys about that experience, but it was exhausting, to be honest, trying to cross the border. I got there safely, no more crashes. My injury is still pretty bad. I need to find some Dettol to clean it, but yeah, it's bad. But before I tell you what there is, well, first of all, here's a peacock randomly in the hotel that I'm staying in. This kind guy, Happy, has cleaned my motorbike, which it needed because I'd fallen over. How you go, Happy? Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
What do you say? How do you say thank you?
Yewo.
Yewo.
In Tumbuka.
Oh, Tumbuka Yewo.
Yeah, in Chichewa Zikomo.
Zikomo. People say Zikomo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just filming. I'm going to do a video. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I got to the... I was going to film some of this, but I was too exhausted because I got to the place where I would cross the border crossing, the land border, and first of all, you were either meant to have a certificate or a vaccine. I had a vaccine from the UK, but for some reason the QR code wasn't working. They couldn't scan it. So, by the way, this is Lake Malawi through here, and this is the beach. So it's actually waves. So I ended up, I've actually not been out here yet. Mum, hi. I keep saying mambo and asante sana because that's what you say in Tanzania, in Swahili, but I need to learn the new language. So I went to the border crossing, and first of all, yeah, the vaccine, I had a QR code, but the QR code wasn't scanning. So then they said you have to get a test, and the test costs $100, which I was not happy about paying. So we ended up agreeing on $20. I don't know, I tried scanning the QR code with my phone as well, but it wasn't working, so I'm not sure whether it was my fault or I think it's the NHS app, Scotland app. The QR code wasn't working, but I don't know. I need to look into it again before I go to Zambia. So that was the first thing. I had to pay $20 for that, and then I went to the immigration, and again, it's probably my problem. I've got a passport, you might remember from when I passed the Kenya-Tanzania border, that is, let's say, broken. So I needed to ameliorate that situation, which I was able to do with some very friendly Malawian guys working there. So that was a good thing. That was good. And then I got the stamp from the immigration, and then I was about to leave to go on my motorbike to drive across, and then they told me, oh, but you need to get your motorbike certified for transit. So that ended up costing another $50 on top of the $52 which I'd paid for the visa. So all in all, it probably cost me about $130 to cross the border, but it was more the time than anything. It took such a long time to get everything sorted, and nobody told me the full process, so I could have started the bike process before I'd started the visa process, so that we could have done it all at the same time. But it's just everything needed to happen, and there were so many steps. There's no computers at the Malawi border, so everything was like, one person needs to do a stamp, and then you need to take it to another person who needs to write something on it to say it's been approved, and then somebody else needs to go and put it in the computer. So it was just this whole backwards and forwards trying to get it sorted, which was exhausting. And I also needed to provide paper copies, photocopies, so I had to keep running to the post office to ask them to photocopy something. Anyway, I finally made it across, and I drove to this place last night. I haven't actually got a SIM card yet, but I need to go and pick that up at Airtel Money. First impressions of Malawi so far. This is the nicest hotel that I could find. It was 25,000 of this new currency, which I can't remember, but it is pretty run down, and they don't have, so I think this is something that they're just building, but then some of the other areas like this used to be somewhere that people would sit, I guess, so like this one and this one, but there's nothing there anymore. And then, you know, it's just a bit run down. And this is the best beach. I think it's called something Sunrise Beach. I can't remember the exact name, but yeah, I came here hoping that there would be Wi-Fi, but there's currently, my first experience is that there's no Wi-Fi in any of the hotels in all of Malawi, which is a bit worrying for uploading these videos. So if you're getting this, it's a miracle. And what else? I'm just waiting for my breakfast. I went to the supermarket last night and there's almost no fresh fruit or vegetables. I'm not sure if that was just that supermarket, but I have heard that about Malawi. And the people seem super nice. People that I've met so far, that guy Happy doing the bike for me. I didn't even ask him to do it, he just did it, so I thought I'd give him something. This peacock seems nice. Look at this. Wow. Majestic. Okay, I don't want that thing to get me. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 peacocks. So I'm gonna have my breakfast, and they've told me that there are fresh fruit with breakfast, vegetables and peppers and things, so that's good. And then I'm gonna go out and explore. Not sure, it's a beautiful country, it's got a beautiful lake, but it seems like things are a bit less developed than Tanzania from my first experience, and I'm a little bit worried about uploading these videos because of the Wi-Fi situation. And this is the nicest hotel in the whole of the area that I'm staying in, but maybe there's nicer areas, who knows. Hey guys, I'm halfway up a mountain on my way to the Mushroom Lodge, which is in Livingstonia in Malawi. It's about maybe 3 hours from the northern border where I just entered yesterday. And I told you guys about my experience. There's a fly flying in front of the lens. I told you guys my experience of trying to cross the border. But some of my other experiences, for example, I went to a town called Karonga, I think is the name. I'll show you. And I stayed there last night, and that's where I was having breakfast this morning. And it's interesting because there are very, very few cars or bodabodas or motorbikes. When you go to like Kampala or Nairobi or any actual town in Tanzania as well, there are many bodabodas or motorbikes. But it seems like as soon as you cross the border into Malawi, many people are cycling bicycles around, which is super strange or interesting to experience, because you're kind of like the only motorbike on the road, which was weird. The other thing was there's power outages every night, especially in Karonga. I'm not sure if that's also the case in the other parts of Malawi, but that's definitely been my experience so far. I had around 3 hours in a hotel last night. There was all power outage. And what else? I had a very interesting encounter with the police at a stopway. Turns out I didn't actually have proper insurance for the TVS. I've actually stopped here because my luggage is just all falling off, so I need to fix it all. But I didn't actually have proper insurance for Malawi. I was looking, I thought there was something written on my contract that said other countries outside of East Africa and applicable, yes, so I thought I was covered, but The police stopped me. They were going to charge me 50,000. Oh, I think there's another motorbike coming. If it's a motorbike, it's fine, he can pass. If it's a car, I need to move. Yeah, it's okay, it's a motorbike. So, yeah, I thought that I had insurance, but it turns out I didn't. So I had to... How are you? I had to... well, I was arguing with them anyway because I didn't want to pay 50,000, which is equivalent to around $45. So I phoned up the insurance company, but it turns out I wasn't actually insured. But I managed to get them to quickly send me some insurance, and I just showed it to the officer and told them that they hadn't already sent me it. So yeah, a bit cheeky, but I've managed to avoid paying the 50,000 fine, but I did have to buy some insurance, so now I'm set for the motorbike. I will be fully insured in Malawi while I drive this thing around. And yeah, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you guys the mushroom lodge, which is going to be sick. People are kind of shocked and surprised to see me. I'm not sure whether it's just because I'm white or it's because I'm white and I'm driving a motorbike and they might not have seen somebody like a Mzungu driving a motorbike before, but I'm getting a lot, I think, more attention in Malawi than I was getting in Tanzania. People shouting Mzungu at me, so yeah. And one more thing. Because there's such little petrol going around, the petrol tankers are coming in from the north, which it might be that main road that I showed you guys coming from the coast in Dar, coming across down towards Mbeya. But for some reason, those petrol tankers aren't crossing the border from Tanzania into Malawi. So there seems to be petrol in the north. But then as you go further down the country, there's less petrol. And then I think you need to go down towards the south to have petrol pumps again. But yeah, they seem to all be empty. So there's a black market opening up for people like camping out like with motorbikes, but they've all got like black market petrol that they've got in the north. So they're almost hoarding it so that before the trucks make it to the south, I think. And they're charging a little bit extra, so it's another interesting thing that's going on in Malawi. I don't know, man. It's definitely a lot poorer here, but the people seem super nice and welcoming, and like I've met some nice people. I mean, even the policeman, once I managed to get the right insurance document and showed him it, we had a nice chat. The guys at the immigration, they were awesome. And yeah, everyone's been super friendly. People that I was staying at the place last night, you know, I got the breakfast and it was nice, but I wouldn't say it was the most luxurious place I've ever stayed. The power went out, but the girls that were running it seemed super cool. So yeah, I'm almost done packing this up. Guys, we made it to the mushroom farm. I just climbed up the stairs. Made it to the mushroom farm yesterday. I stayed here last night. I'm going to show you guys this whole place in another video because there's so much to see here. They do all of the food is prepared in a garden. It's all vegetarian food that they prepare here. And it's all organic, and it's all made, pretty much all made from the garden that they have. So it's unbelievable. And I stayed here in a tent, but it's at the top of a mountain. So it's a bunch of stairs coming down. I stayed here last night, so I'm just going to show you guys the view from my tent. And I'll show you guys the sunrise that I had this morning. They have these little areas to camp in there with proper beds. A lot of little house is all on the cliff edge, but I'm going to show you my camping area. They do yoga here. Like, they've got these cute little bridges. It all goes around, so it's all built up into little different areas. But yeah, it cost me 6,000 kwacha. Hiya. You good? Let me show you. They have a little library in there. I'll do a full tour tomorrow. But this is the view from the top. I'm also going to show you guys some drone footage of this in the next video as well. But this is where I camped last night, and I woke up this morning to the most beautiful sunrise.
Good morning.
Beautiful sunrise from Mushroom Farm. There's my tent over there. Sunrise over Lake Malawi here. Can't wait to get the drone fired up, show you guys this beautiful view and tell you guys all about this amazing place. There's a I can't remember what these are called again. Can't remember, but anyway, it's incredible. Yeah, and just to say, you know, obviously I was saying in some of the things that challenges that I've had since I got to Malawi, but having arrived here yesterday, this is just paradise, and you can see, like, from the cliff, it's just beautiful. And yeah, I just wish more places were as developed as this one that tourists get to come to, because Mushroom Farm is very, very beautiful. But yeah, I wish some of the places in the north were also more developed. But I've got an Airtel SIM card, got my motorbike up this mountain. It took me about 40 minutes. The roads are crazy. I'm also going to show you guys the drive down towards Mzuzu, and there's a bunch of different hikes and things that I can do up this mountain, so I'm going to show you guys all of that. But thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe on the channel, like this video, share it with a friend, turn on the notification bell, drop a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.